Okay, we're already 25% of the way through 2026. What do you think about that?
Thank goodness.
Disclaimer. Morning Crankers is not responsible for coffee snorts, keyboard drool, awkward public laughter, spontaneous twerking, or any texts you regret after listening. Side effects may include joy, confusion, and the realization that your sense of humor needs therapy. If symptoms persist, don't call us. We're not that kind of show. Now then, good morning. You half-awake, chaos-loving, life-on-hard mode, champions of Earth. This is Morning Crankers, the show that slaps harder than a grandma with a fly swatter. Jokes are fresh, filters are off, and dignity left the chat hours ago. So grab your caffeine, hug your poor decisions, and brace yourself for the ride. Welcome to Morning Crankers.
Well. It's April Fool's Day today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know you got something up your sleeve, but I think April Fool's is like one of those holidays people just don't celebrate enough. What do you think?
I don't know. I get fooled.
No, I don't get fooled.
Oh, you do?
See, that's the thing. I just don't get
you
fooled.
do.
It's, there are a bunch of things that you can do. I remember, like, weird stuff that I've seen, like, people will put mannequin heads in a refrigerator, so it's April Fool's when they open,
Yeah,
give people
that's
heart
kinda
attacks. And, I mean, it is what it is. But, April Fool's Day, I think that's actually pretty cool that we're celebrating, because it's kind of like Morning Crankers Day, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's also Take Down Tobacco National Day of Action. Now, you were a former smoker, correct?
Yep.
And how long did it take you to quit? How long? Come on. I mean,
I don't know.
just spit it out. Spit it out. How long did it take you to quit?
Didn't take long to quit.
Yeah, see, for me either. It's
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's one of them things you just got to make the choice. Like, do you want to quit?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree with that? Like,
You got to
it's
have the willpower.
the willpower. Yeah, it's like getting up and going to work every day. That takes some willpower, right?
No, not really.
It's like discipline. Like, I'm going to do this.
Think about that paycheck.
Yeah, well,
Should
some
give you
people-
enough willpower.
Well, we're working all the time, and we're working to pay for people's bills that don't want to work.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but, hey, it is what it is. It's Monday, Thursday, because, Good Friday's Friday. But also, did you know that Thursday is National Burrito Day?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so what do you like for burritos?
I don't know. I like everything in a burrito.
Like, are you talking like one, those great, big, massive
like the
burritos?
California burrito.
Yeah, the California burrito. I don't know why it's so massive. I mean, that's one thing California does have. They've got some really, really good Mexican food.
Yeah.
But, is it worth it? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Is that?
I've never been there, but I've seen pictures.
So I've been there multiple times.
Well,
And
maybe
let's
we
just
need a
say-
vacation.
Let's just say that, if I don't go there again, it really wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Well, can't say that. You got family there.
Well, yeah, but I can meet them in other places.
Yeah, well.
I'm just saying that, it's beautiful. I would say California is one of the top 5 most beautiful states, mountains and stuff like that, but you can't do anything there.
Yeah.
I mean, freedom doesn't exist in California.
True.
That's just the way that it is. So anyways, I want people to enjoy their national, burrito day.
Mm-hmm.
And then today I want them to have fun with April Fools. And then some of the other one, it's Cesar Chavez Day, Anesthesia Tech Day. It's American Crossword Puzzles Week. Every girl that I know has a friend that is a crazy crossword puzzle lady.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like the crazy cat lady, but the
Most
crazy crossword
older
puzzle.
people like to do crosswords. Gives them something to do.
See, I remember if you went to the bathroom, to do the business. When I was a kid, my grandpa and grandma had Reader's Digest sitting next to their John Crapper, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You remember John Crapper?
Yeah.
You know, the guy that made the crapper Fantabulous. You remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, well, right next to that was Reader's Digest, and they always had crosswords and games and, you know, just like, hey, what about this, that type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's also Eiffel Tower Day. Yesterday's Holy Tuesday. Hug a Medievalist Day. That sounds like some Renaissance fair stuff going on there.
Yeah.
It's also National Après Day. National Bunsen Burner Day.
What's that?
Bunsen burner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a burner.
Hmm.
You know, I think they use it in like laboratory labs and stuff. Don't you remember the Bunsen burner?
No.
And you put it underneath like a Petri glass type thing, Bunsen burner. You don't remember that?
No.
Okay. Well, it's National Clams on the Half Shell Day also.
Clams.
National Cran Day. Be a lot of Democrats happy about that. It's National Farm Workers Day. Farmers, by far, don't get enough credit, if you ask me.
Yeah, they definitely deserve more than one day.
Yeah, well, I mean, they feed us. They really do. And, you know, if you can get around the crazy crap liberalism of, oh, the cow farts are coming to get us. You know, just think about being a farmer, having to deal with everybody in front of you having their hand out, trying to take money, the government ripping you off. And then you have a bunch of idiots with blue hair and a bunch of ladies with big, long armpit hair that's colored.
Yuck.
Sitting there saying, oh, we need to get rid of the cattle. We're saving the earth. And then, you know, hey, just buy our beef from Brazil.
No.
Idiots, morons, dumb. That's what's happening in their brains.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's National Tater Day. I'm a big fan of taters. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
You ever think that we had potatoes and gravy, just like potatoes too much?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think so.
I do.
Like rice, potatoes, what else? Noodles?
I like noodles.
What, you just want to load me up with carbohydrates even though you know
Sure.
that I'm, you know, a diabetic?
Oh, don't even go there.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm trying my best to
You
eat
think
right.
that oatmeal raisin cookies are healthy for your diabetes.
Okay, I want you to think about this. Oatmeal,
Okay.
good for you.
Lots of sugar.
Raisin, good for you.
Uh-huh.
So oatmeal,
Just because
raisin.
there's two things in there that are good for you doesn't mean you are supposed to eat a whole pack.
Well, sometimes you have to, you know, speak things into existence. You have to look through the noise. By the noise, I mean, you know, the brown sugar and the sugar and, you know, stuff like that. And focus on the big things like the eggs. Eggs are good for you. The oatmeal, which is also good for you. And for crying out loud, a raisin is just a dried fruit.
Okay.
Right?
Still got sugar.
Natural sugar.
Sugar.
Okay, well, you know, we can debate that another day. It's also World Backup Day. Johann Sebastian Bach's birthday. Pretty good composer. And that's about it. For this week, I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about some craziness today, like we usually do. You had another Florida couple. Now, we have friends down in Florida.
Yeah.
Good old Rocky.
And Lisa.
Rocky and Lisa. Yeah. I don't know.
Some of the best people I've ever met.
Well, the thing is, they really do experience Florida, like the stuff in the stuff that we talk about on here.
Mm-hmm.
Like she had somebody walk up to her car and try to open the door and get like this.
Well, she was sitting in it.
Right. Yeah, so
And it scared her.
scary. Yeah. And then the other day he was shooting some pictures of some crazy fish that his son caught.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a couple, I don't know. Why don't you explain it? The lizards.
Oh, the lizards were getting it on in his garden.
Like, what are you talking about by getting it on?
Oh, they were doing the nasty.
So you're talking like fornicating.
They were getting dirty.
Lizards fornicating.
Mm-hmm. Rocky was standing there videoing it.
Yeah, well, see, to me, that's just typical Florida. You know, I'm not saying anything bad against Florida because I think Florida's cool, but I don't know. A Florida jury awarded $14 million to a woman who ate ice cream filled with nails and metal fragments.
I seen that.
Yeah, well, okay. I just have so many questions. Like, where did the ice cream get nails?
Somebody probably threw him in there as a joke. It really
There's
wasn't
no-
a joke.
Okay,
but
there's a line you cross that it's not a prank or a joke.
I know.
You know,
But
so
you never know what's going on in somebody's pea brain.
well, that's true. And you know, it almost reminds me of, you know, on Halloween, one of the tales, the urban legends that we hear is people taking razor blades and putting in candy and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Florida now has their own version of that, and you don't have to wait until Halloween. Somebody's throwing nails and metal fragments in their ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was somebody sabotaging the woman.
Well, maybe it was
just maybe it was a way to get her money, and they were going to split that money. Maybe
money from what?
You know, the lawsuit. Maybe
well,
somebody did that on purpose so that
so
she
you're
could
talking
sue
about-
and get the money.
You're talking about real fraud.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
People are desperate. Some.
I don't know how you know what? People complain about the economy all the time, and it might not be good for some of the white collar workers that are out there. But for blue collar people right now, the economy is pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
There's high paying jobs everywhere. Now, if you're lazy, it's never good. Okay?
Yeah.
It's never good. If you're going to be a lazy couch potato, I don't want to hear your problems.
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
I think most Americans are that way. Like, yeah, you know, we can be empathetic about some things, but if you're a lazy POS, you know, go do something else. Don't talk to me. You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, everybody else does too. There was also a weird thing that happened. An astronaut came and actually sent us a picture of something growing on the side of, I believe it was a spaceship. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. It was like an egg.
It was on an International Space Station.
Yeah, it was an egg with tentacles coming out the side.
Okay, we're here in Unleashed Studios right now, and I just pulled it up, okay, on the big screen right here. What does that look like to you?
It looks like an egg. With
Kind of.
mold or something.
An egg
Or a potato. You know how the potatoes get the sprouts when they're sitting too long? They get the sprouts coming out. That's what it looks like.
it kind of looks like a testicle of a dead man. Wouldn't you say?
I don't know what dead man testicles look like.
Well, I mean, it looks like half of the sack, right?
Wait,
with stuff growing out.
How do you know what a dead man's testicle looks like?
Well, that's the color of the skin that, you know.
That ain't
they
the
have.
skin color.
Well, no, yeah, it is.
Shiny, silvery.
It's blue, yeah.
How do you know?
I'm just guessing.
Oh,
I don't know.
You must have been looking.
Well,
Were you peeking at dead men pee-pee?
I haven't, but I'll probably have a dream about it. Some weird ass or alien dead sack, you know, laying on a windshield somewhere. But this kind of shows something. Okay, scientists don't know everything that they claim to know. Here they took this picture. It's not a joke. It wasn't a fraud. It was a real thing. But according to them, nothing can live in space, right?
No, nothing's. They say not, but obviously something is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So this literally is an extraterrestrial. It's not an unidentified flying object, but this is alien.
Well, in the comment section on the thing I found this on, they were saying it was an alien, a baby alien.
Baby alien?
Yes.
Alien.
Alien.
Not alien, alien.
Alien.
There you go. There you go. See, I'm working on it,
Don't
folks. I'm
critique
teaching.
the word.
Yeah. Well, you know, so here's the thing. How can something live in a vacuum? There's a close-up of it. Okay?
Yeah, it looks like a potato growing.
It does look like a potato spud growing when those things start coming out of it. But it's purplish silver.
Yeah.
Now, they're saying that it could be that. But my question again, let's say that it is a potato.
That don't look like a potato.
Well, let's just say that it is. My question then becomes, how is it growing in space?
I don't know.
Speaking of crazy crap that you never believe, have you been following California elections at all?
Mm-mm.
Not at all?
No.
Tell me one thing that you know.
I don't know anything. I don't pay attention to that crap.
Okay, well, have you ever heard of Eric Swalwell?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I like to call him Eric Swallowwell. I don't really care for the man because he's kind of a jerk, and he's one of them people that say, oh, we need transparency, but then when it comes to him, transparency is just not the thing. Okay, now I guarantee you I can tell you something about this man and have you not like him.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, Eric Swallowell, it pretends to be a family man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back in 2015, he had an affair with a woman named Fang Fang.
Trash.
Christine Fang was the girl's name, and they found out that she was actually an undercover agent from China. Like, this is real James Bond stuff, but she was with him,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and giving him money to his campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and she put in interns in his office. Okay, now this was all investigated and kept under wraps and blah, blah, blah. And then the FBI director, Kash Patel, said, you know what? I think we should release this so people actually know what's going on behind the scenes. We need them to know what actually happened. Because keep in mind, he was on some committees that are paid for you to get put on so you can get, give them a little bit of action or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he was on a couple that dealt with extremely classified information. We're talking about stuff that could threaten national security.
Go figure.
So he came off that and then went back on that, even though they know that this Fang Fang, can you say Fang Fang?
No.
Say Fang Fang.
No.
Oh, Fang Fang. Come on, say it.
No.
Okay, so anyways, so she disappeared as soon as this happened.
Of course.
Okay, so Eric Swalwell is running to be governor, and he's got this image of he's a proper family man, blah, 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 but he's a cheater. And it doesn't seem like the rules for politics or the law that would apply to me and you apply to him.
Yep.
Like, do you think that he deserves another shot
No.
if this was a multi-year thing? This wasn't like, I had too many martinis that night and just slipped in. I'm talking about this was like ongoing for years.
Yeah, no.
Okay, do you think that he deserves to be the leader of the fifth biggest economy in the world? Because that's what California is.
No.
Even though there's companies that are leaving California like a mass exodus. They just lost one this last week that was $1 trillion of assets. And guess what? It went to Dallas, Texas.
A lot of places are moving to Dallas.
Well, they are. It's a mass exodus from California. It's a mass exodus from Chicago, and it's a mass exodus from New York. Go figure. New York, Illinois, California. What do they all have in common?
They're all liberals.
The dirty Democrat dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm apolitical, folks, so I can say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's suing the FBI. He's suing them, saying that the only reason they're doing it is because he's running for governor. And there's 34 days left before the primary, and he's leading in all the things. So that's the only reason they're doing it. But you know what he didn't say to me is probably more important than any of it. You want to know what that is?
Yeah.
He's never once said that the allegations aren't true.
No, because they are.
Well, yeah, because they absolutely are. So what he's done is he's taken this away and saying, okay, you people can't see this. The American people don't have a right to see this because it might interrupt me winning the primary for California. That's literally what he's saying. He didn't say, well, I didn't do it. He didn't say, all right, open the door so everybody can see that I'm in the right here. Let's clear my name. Let's clear this up. No, he said, you can't do that because it might screw up my chances to be governor, and I might sue you, Kash Patel, and the FBI. What do you think about that as far as the state of American politics? Without being right or left, what do you think of that?
I think he's a dirty dog.
He is a dirty dog, and it's kind of angering, don't you think?
Yeah.
Anyways,
He got his he got caught with his weenie in the
weenie in
bun.
in the pea weenie,
Okay.
right? Speaking of politics, I want to know what you think. So multiple presidents throughout history have changed the White House. And, there's some rules regarding this. And, they're putting this beautiful new thing onto the White House. And some people are angry about it and whatever. Well, a judge just ordered the Trump administration to halt the White House ballroom construction, and for no other reason. But remember, this is all private money that's funding this. He's not using one dime of taxpayer money to do this. But they're saying that he has to wait, even though Congress, which holds the purse strings, the House, they aren't paying for it. But the judge said, you have to wait until you get congressional approval.
Well, some of our judges need to go bye-bye.
Well, they
need to get fired and be done.
Do you think if Barack Obama or Sleepy Joe Biden would have started doing this, do you think that any judge would be like, all right, Obama, or all right, Biden, you don't have the right to do this. You have to wait for congressional authority?
No.
Wouldn't happen, would it?
No.
No. So, it's kind of like I feel like we're in a clown show.
I think they need to be sued, these judges.
Well, some of them. And this judge was not a Democrat-appointed judge. This judge was appointed by George W. Bush.
Yeah, well, same crap.
So, yeah, whatever. I'm kind of getting sick of the theater. Aren't you?
I am. We need to start holding them accountable. Government or not, they need to be held accountable.
Yeah, I completely agree. Speaking of that, there's a weird paradox going on in America right now. Like, I use AI in certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
You use AI in certain situations. As a matter of fact, certain AIs are getting a big share of Google's action when it comes to AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a weird thing. So the usage of AI across America is up 21%. Okay, since last year. Now, think about that for a second. It's up 27% on people doing school projects. 24% say they've used AI to create images. 51% say they've used AI tools to research topics that they're curious about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you would think that there would be a correlation if you're searching for something that you also trusted what you were searching with.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Except it's not that's actually happening. It's the use is going up, but the trust score is going down. What do you think about that?
There are some things like when you ask AI certain things, let's say you know a story
Mm-hmm.
and you know the facts of that story.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes AI gets it wrong.
Well, so among Gen Zers, 81% of them predicted that AI would decrease job opportunities, and it's going to in certain fields, in certain areas. But I think what people miss is the opportunities that it's going to create in those same areas to take care of some things.
Mm-hmm.
But 81% of Gen Z says that AI is going to decrease opportunity. Just 4% of Gen Zs foresaw an increase in jobs. Now, I don't think they're thinking about that. I mean, there's always fear tactics. Every single generation has them. In April 2025, this is actually April Fool's Day last year, 44% of a 10,000 person question responded that AI would do more harm than good in their day-to-day lives. Okay. And before that, it was 38% to 34%. And now they just did this last month. What do you think the percentage is now of people that think that AI is going to do more harm than good?
52%.
55%. 55%. What do you say that correlation is from? We're using it more, but trust is going down. Is that like banks?
Probably.
Banks, like everybody has to use banks and more people use banks because you have to use banks. But how many people trust banks?
I don't.
Let me ask you this. How many people vote and then what they voted for doesn't happen.
I don't even know, but a lot of people vote.
100%, you think? Like, I don't think anybody's going to get everything that they want.
Yeah.
But is it the same way, like dirty, rotten, stinking politicians type thing? But you have to vote. So is it because you have to use AI, but you don't really trust it? I guess that's where I'm going with this.
Probably.
So in our world, there's a lot of weird things happening. Like I did a podcast the other day when I was talking about Gen Z and Gen Y. And do you know that over 54% of Gen Z young men are reading the Bible once a week?
That's good.
Well, it's good, but that's from 16% of millennials at the same stage. So there's that many more doing it. And nobody, like they were trying to crush Christianity, and somehow it's making this grassroots comeback.
That's good.
It's not only that. I want you to tell me if you've heard of this. Have you heard of The Story of Everything?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's like this new documentary, kind of like a Morgan Freeman Stories of the World.
Okay.
All right, so there's scientists, and if you go back in science, especially the last, 30 years, you have this group of scientists, and it's not a group, it's the majority, that say religion or faith or things like that are complete garbage nonsense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're watching this flip with some of the most important scientists of the day, and doctors have totally flipped the script on this. So this is a cinematic exploration of the cosmos that reveals the hand behind our universe. And it says, from the precise laws that govern the stars to the intricate patterns found in every living cell, the film traces evidence intentional design throughout nature. Whether examining distant star formations or clouds or spiral structured DNA, we discover a consistent signature woven into the fabric of existence. So it's kind of like a Christian-based or faith-based type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, this is definitely not, written by scientists, okay? Then I started looking into it. Stephen Meyer, a PhD in philosophy of science from the University of Cambridge, a former geophysicist and college professor, now directs Discovery Institute Center for Science and Culture in Seattle. He is the author of The Signature in the Cell and the New York Times bestselling Darwin's Doubt, and most recently, Return of God Hypothesis. So I wanted to find out, okay, where is he getting his information? Like, is there a cultural shift happening underneath our feet and we don't know about it? So check this out. This is who he has on the show that are talking about faith-based things. Dr. John Lennox, Dr. James Tour, Dr. Timothy McGrew, Dr. Michael Behe, Dr. J.W. Richards, Dr. William Dembski, Dr. Sarah Salviander, Dr. Douglas Axe, Dr. Brian Keating, Dr. Brian Miller, Dr. Brian Berinsky, Dr. Jay Tipler, and that's a few of them. There's a whole bunch of them, but these very esteemed scientists are now backing this, saying, yeah, it's scientifically or mathematically, it's probably more probable that there was an intelligent designer than there was this. So what do you think of that? Everything that they told us in school is now being flipped on its head.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird, but is it fascinating to you?
I don't know. I don't really get into all that, scientific stuff.
Yeah, well, I guess. Before we go into some more movie stuff, I want to go back to Florida. Is that okay?
Yeah.
In Florida, there was a couple arrested after getting into a heated pickleball fight.
Mm-hmm.
But it involved 20 other people.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Sapienza, 63, and his wife, Julian Sapienza, 51, were arrested after deputies responded to an incident at Spruce Creek Country Club shortly after 11 a.m. on February 8th, according to an online arrest affidavit. So, I mean, these are not young kids.
No, they're grown adults.
The youngest here was 51 years old, and this is happening at a country club.
In their mugshots, I seen this. They have black eyes. They look like they beat each other.
Yeah, well, and then another player comes up to him after he pushed his wife, and then he punched him on his face, and then he grabbed his pickleball paddle and just started smacking him around, causing significant bleeding.
Yeah.
Emergency services had to transport the man to the hospital for treatment. There was another one that a 70-year-old man who tried to intervene and break up the fight, and he got punched in the face several times and was bleeding in his eye socket and his nose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is going on in Florida? Please tell me.
I think they're falling out of the rockers.
There's something. Okay, there is. It is what it is. Let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you remember the movie Tremors?
Yes.
All right. Did you like it?
It was good.
What did you like about it?
I liked it. I don't know, just the action of it. It's just a cool movie.
Okay, 36 years ago that movie came out.
Holy cow.
36 years ago, and what's cool is it's finding streaming success, and I'm talking about big success. It's one of the most popular movies streaming right now. What do you think of that?
I don't know if I'd say it. I wouldn't say it's the popular movie, but I guess I don't pay much attention to all that, like what's popular now and not.
Well, I mean, that's kind of your job. So you need to. But, you know, if you noticed, Jurassic Park is coming back. There's a new Arachnophobia coming out. Okay, these are all old, or older. I don't know. Can you call that old? 36-year-old movie, is that old?
Well, it's getting there.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. So they're throwing these back because I don't think that they're really creating any of the new things, except for Vince Vaughn has an R-rated sci-fi gangster thriller. That's number one on Hulu right now. Now, think about that for a second. R-rated sci-fi gangster thriller.
Yeah.
So Star Trek, Mobland, and then I'm guessing boobies and swearing.
Something.
You know what I mean? Do you think that that would be worth watching?
Probably. Vince Vaughn is pretty good.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's one of my favorites. And then we have the new Masters of the Universe trailer. This comes out in June, and it says it's about complete 100% 1980s nostalgia. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, we're going
Looks
to
like
see this.
it's going to be good.
Yeah, we're going to see this in the theaters. And then I went on further, and HBO has a new Harry Potter, and its trailer revives 25-year-old favorite that inspired it. So they're having a thing come out from Harry Potter. And when I looked at it, what really drew me wasn't the story, which is cool. Like, you know, kids loved it. But Harry Potter's 25 years old.
Wow.
Does that, I mean, it doesn't even seem like that, does it?
No.
No. So, but it says that this has caused a bunch of younger people to go back and rewatch all the original films.
I'd probably have to, too.
It's, in fact, it goes on. It says so many people have rewatched the franchise that it's currently dominating the global streaming charts. December 25th, 2026, Harry Potter's HBO reboot releases on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll see how it is. Anyways, that is some pretty cool stuff happening in the movie world. Yeah, I don't think people actually, because they're stuck in their phones all the time, I don't think people actually go out and enjoy life and walk. And, you know, there is a big difference between sitting on your phone and scrolling, like death scrolling. You know what I'm talking about? Or actually getting up, getting off your arse, walking into a movie theater, ordering popcorn and, you know, soda.
It's my favorite.
You know, jam some Jolly Goods down your bra before you go in, save yourself a couple dollars.
You wear a bra now?
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, well, what if you're by yourself?
Well, then I just got to pay. It is what it is.
Well, you could always shove it down in the front of your pants.
There's no room.
Oh.
There's no room.
Oh.
So,
okay.
anyways, to end the show, I want to talk about some April Fool's pranks that were, well, they didn't end good. How about that?
Let's hear it.
Okay, there's 11 that went really, really bad. On air, on April 1st, 1992, a man claiming to be Richard Nixon told NPR he would be running for president and then added, "I never did anything wrong and I won't do it again." Despite the date, thousands believed it was actually Richard Nixon announcing another bid for the presidency. And of course, it wasn't actually Nixon speaking, but that didn't stop the outrage, and many literally began gearing up to protest. I mean, kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
How about this one? And I could actually see you maybe falling for this one. This is Burger King. Your favorite fast food chain has a history of pranks. On April 1st, 1998, Burger King announced it would now offer a version of the Whopper that had been carefully designed for left-handed folks.
What?
Yeah, it was a left-handed Whopper.
Does it really matter what hand you hold the burger in?
Well,
there's no right or left.
Well, here's the thing. People are so gullible because across the country, people were flooded with orders for left-handed Whoppers. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of...
Wow.
Yeah. Would you buy a left-handed Whopper?
No, I'd be like, just give me the burger.
I want the ambidextrous delish. That's what I'd say. In 2001, a DJ in England decided to prank his listeners on April 1st by broadcasting that a ship that looked suspiciously like the Titanic could be seen from the cliffs at Beachy Head in East Sussex. Hundreds of his listeners believed him trekking the cliffs to catch a glimpse. It says all that foot traffic actually caused a large crack in the cliff face, and a few days later, the cliff fell into the sea.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big one. Now, this one's pretty far from being a good April Fool's joke. On April 1st, 2002, a couple of Kansas City DJs announced the local water supply had been found to contain high levels of dihydrogen monoxide, or DHMO, whose side effects included sweating, urination, and skin pruning.
Oh, my goodness.
Hundreds of citizens flooded the water department and the police with distressed phone calls.
Wow.
Well, they didn't know, but dihydrogen monoxide is actually H2O, the chemical name for water. God. For April Fools in 2003, a clothing store employee in Columbus, Ohio, decided to call her boss and tell him that someone was robbing the store at gunpoint. Before she had time to call him back and confess to the prank, her boss had actually already called police. 4 patrol cars rolled up to the store, and the employee was arrested for inducing panic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Ding dong.
In April 1st, 2010, a newspaper in Jordan ran an article claiming a UFO had landed near the town of Jafar. It's no wonder this was a prank gone wrong, as the mayor of Jafar's responded by issuing an order to evacuate 13,000 people. Yeah, see, you got to be careful with your pranks a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In 2013, Suzanne Tammy Hudson of Kingsport, Tennessee, called her sister on April 1st and said, "I shot my husband. I'm cleaning up the mess. Let's go bury him in Blackwater." This was a prank gone wrong because though Hudson may have thought she was being funny, no one else did, and soon the police showed up. No charges were pressed after Hudson's husband arrived home and well. So her sister
People
must
have
have snitched.
way too much time on their hands to think of some of these.
Well, if you were to call your sister and say, "Hey, you need to help me come and bury my body," would they do it?
Oh, yeah.
Would they do it, or would they be
No,
like...
they would definitely.
I
My
don't know
kids
about
would
that.
do it.
Yeah, right.
They would. They'd be like, "Mom, can't rock that jumpsuit yet."
Text prank is less elaborate than this one. In 1708, Gulliver's Travels author Jonathan Swift set up an epic April Fool's prank by pretending to be an astrologer by the name of Isaac Bickerstaff. he published a set of predictions, the most notable of which was that a celebrity astrologer of the time, John Partridge, would die on March 29th. On March 30th, Swift circulated an anonymous account on Partridge's death of fever. On April 1st, someone knocked on the Partridge's door to set up funeral arrangements. Partridge, of course, was alive and well, but for the rest of his life, he had to insist he was not dead. The prediction finally came true 7 days later without Partridge ever finding out the real identity of Isaac Bickerstaff.
Wow.
And then, everybody does the pregnancy pranking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It says this may not be the best prank to pull off on your boyfriend. For April Fool's Day in 2013, 18-year-old Tori Wheeler of Tulsa, Oklahoma, pranked her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's name was Derek Bauer, and she was pretending she was pregnant. Wheeler, upset that Bauer didn't find her prank as funny as she hoped, ended up pulling a knife on him, and the police were called in to settle the matter.
My gosh.
It is what it is. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for listening to Morning Crankers. If you would like to send us a message, go to morningcrankers@gmail.com. That's morningcrankers@gmail.com. And let us know what you would like to hear and what you like. Like today, you know what we didn't do? We didn't do our segment with Dumbest Criminals.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to keep tagging Florida in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Florida's hard to get by.
Well, there's some good people in Florida, but it is what it is. Enjoy your day. We love you. Enjoy the week. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Next time.
Yeah, you know what? I got to remove that button. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Have a good one, folks.
Well, it's Hands and Rocks is saying thanks for your ears. We've been sipping hot gossip, stirring up your day here. From the what were they thinking to the pop chart queens. We poked at all the headlines and the weird in between. Morning Crankers, we're clocking out. Left lines deeper than the daily drought. Dumb crooks, strange looks, tales so absurd. We turned your daily chaos to a four-letter word. Fun. Morning Crankers, last joke of the show. Till the sun comes back, we'll be ready to go. We had the oddball neighbors and the viral train wrecks. The hold my coffee heroes with the rubberneck checks. If the world's gone sideways, honey, don't lose heart. We're roasted in the morning like a brand new start. Morning Crankers, we're clocking out. Left tracks tangled with your daily doubt. Dumb crooks, strange looks, tales so bizarre. We parked them in your brain like a late night bar. Morning Crankers, that's our cue. Till the next hot mess, we'll be laughing with you. So it's bye from Hands and a wink from Rock. Stuff your week in a suitcase, toss it out with the socks. When life gets too serious, you know where to go. Back to Morning Crankers for the end of the show.